Following an emotional breakup, a tough but tender FBI super agent is assigned to work with a badass CIA agent. And together, they must lead an interagency team of flawed, funny, and heroic spies who periodically just so happen to save the world and each other. It all goes down on Wiskey Cavalier right here on ABC. And the series premiered last night, and Scott Foley, that tough but tender FBI agent in the show, joins us now. Scott, thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you guys for having me down there in Tampa.
So I'm excited to chat with you. As I was telling you before we got started, I was a huge fan of Scandal. And there were several times when I was a big fan of your character, loving you. And then sometimes I just didn't like you, Scott. I'm not going to lie. So in this show, am I going to like you the whole time?
Oh, I don't know. I hope so. Yeah, I know the Jake character on Scandal. You'd love him, and then he'd do something, and you'd hate him, and you'd sort of go back and forth. I think it's a much different character. You know, Jake was sort of stoic and tough and unemotional, and this guy's just the opposite. I wanted to infuse, you know, look, every joke that I would make before we rolled on Scandal that I thought Jake should say, I'm actually allowed to do with this character, and he says them on screen, so he's much more emotionally available. This show is an action comedy. I think it's one you're really going to enjoy.
Well, and I actually want to talk about the relationship, of course, between you and Lauren. That's something that we've been seeing in a lot of promos right now, and of course with the series premiere last night. It's one of those will they, won't they friends, romantic. You know, we've seen that kind of dynamic, so how does this kind of differ?
I don't know. I hope the fact that you've never seen the two of us together before will make it different. We're not necessarily going to do the will they, won't they of it all. It might be on again, off again. We're not sure how we're going to make it through, but we're definitely going to try to play against stereotypes. Well,
I am sold on that one, and I got to tell you, too, the promos that we've seen, those are even different. That's kind of one of the things that I had in mind with this. Some of the promos I'd see, like, oh, it's an ad for a product, and then, no, it was an ad for Wiskey Cavalier.
Yeah, you know, ABC's been really great with us with regards to their marketing. They came, and you're talking about this, they call it spyvertising, where we're sort of, you think you're seeing an ad for a watch, and then it turns into, you know, a promo for Wiskey Cavalier. It's an explosive watch. We wanted to try to get a different take on the normal, hey, look at this new show, you know, something that makes you think or pay attention a little differently, and I think they did a good job.
I definitely think they have done a good job. And I do want to, before we leave you, though, I have to talk a little bit about the Tampa Bay connection that you do have. Of course, your wife's brother-in-law, Patrick Wilson, Tampa Bay zone. You were just saying you're getting ready to go visit him, and you were just here in St. Pete not that long ago.
I was there in St. Pete. Patrick's cousin has been, you know, our families are all sort of intertwined at this point. We've been together for years and years now. We're at their house in Jersey all the time for Christmas or vacation, whatever. Our kids are cousins. They're all friends. And Patrick's cousin got married down at Siesta Key, so we stopped off and saw, you know, Patrick's parents, Mary Kate and John. We were at his house for, I don't know, a couple days down in St. Pete, enjoying the weather.
We love them. John was actually just on our show not too long ago. So fun to talk with you, Scott. Again, I'm such a big fan of yours, and I'm so excited about this latest show. And, of course, you can catch Wiskey Cavalier right here Wednesday nights, 10 o'clock on ABC. Again, thank you so much for joining us.